Welcome to the free audiobook version of The Everyday Pain Guide, your go-to guide when pain first strikes. Hi, I'm Dr. Ya-Ling Liu, and the podcast is taking a little detour to make my new book available in an audio-friendly version for everyone out there. Each episode will feature a bite-sized snippet from the book, and together we'll work our way through as much of it as is possible in this format. What's exciting about this is that I'm reading parts of the book to you before it's even available on the shelves. Plus, unlike with a traditional audiobook, you can engage with the content and chat with me about what you hear. You get to ask questions and tell me what you think as each episode rolls out. So sit back and relax as I bring you today's installment of the second book in the Everyday Pain Guide series, Fix the Fire Damage. The last episode was the final in a series that laid out the stress biology repair guide. There's a repair guide in each section of this book that appears right before the action plan chapters. Today, I'm introducing the stress biology action plan. The information, techniques, and suggestions discussed here are not intended as a substitute for your own medical care. Please always consult a healthcare provider before implementing any advice referenced here. Stress Biology Action Plan Introduction. You can be told in 100 different ways to eat right and exercise, but if you don't hold yourself in relatively high regard, you'll never feel truly motivated to do good things for your body. It's the same with all aspects of self-care, including the strategies in this book. Once the acute pain has faded, will you still have the motivation to keep up the things you've learned here? Our society doesn't reward self-care as much as the care of others. How do you turn the caring that you have for others in your life inward and still feel justified in the time and energy that it can require? In order to want to take care of yourself and follow through on the information that you know to be in your best interest, you have to believe in yourself and your future. You have to feel like a valuable human being. But how does that come about? The answer is different for everyone, of course, and many aspects of our self-image and worldview get shaped during childhood. But a large part of how we feel about ourselves and the world around us today is also a byproduct of our biochemistry. Signaling molecules all around the body, like sex hormones, stress hormones, thyroid hormones, and countless more, are doing highly complicated dances with each other inside of us and dictating a large part of how we feel, both physically and mentally, from moment to moment and day to day. If motivation is something that seems missing for you, or you feel too overwhelmed to care for yourself, you're not alone. Overwhelm is one of those feelings that can change with attention to your body and brain chemistry. You might be low on the right combination of mood chemicals like serotonin or dopamine. Your stress chemicals like adrenaline and cortisol might just be out of balance. Your thyroid function or estrogen and testosterone levels might need attention. These are all important reasons to seek out additional professional guidance. What may feel like an established part of your personality could actually be a relatively fleeting expression of your ever-changing biology. Many body and brain chemicals can be investigated and fine-tuned with the help of a functional medicine doctor or a naturopathic physician. Your provider can also assess the need for a mental health specialist if necessary. Once you have the right kind of biological support for your brain and nervous system, taking care of yourself and your pain can feel much less effortful or overwhelming. While you're waiting to see a healthcare provider, you can also safely experiment with some of the suggestions in this third action plan. In doing so, you might notice a subtle shift in your available energy, which might help you resume exploring the first two sections of this book. It's natural to fluctuate between enthusiasm and overwhelm. You're juggling a lot, and it's okay to take a break from the work of maintaining your body machine, as long as you allow yourself to try again another day. The experience of emotional stress sometimes is triggered by our physical pain, while other times our stress is pre-existing and simply amplified when we're feeling run down by pain, or it can even be contributing to the onset of pain. In this stress biology action plan, you'll find a collection of steps with one focus in common: to soothe your nervous system. Before we can expect lasting success with any of the action plans in this book, we need the cooperation of our brain and nervous system. Exploring the following 5 types of stress biology influencers can get you started in the right direction. Number 1, coping mechanisms. Number 2, the 5 senses. 3, blood glucose. 4, stress postures. And 5, biased beliefs about health and wellness. Because of the fluid nature of emotional stress, the stress biology action plan will also reflect this fluidity between phases. In many cases, the retrain phase is needed to make the release phase possible. And so in this section, you'll see more of a merge between all 3 phases. Please refer to the companion manual, Fix Your Stress Biology, for more detailed guidance about how to navigate the stress biology action plan. The companion manual is a place for you to keep notes about your journey and track your progress. That completes the short introduction to the Stress Biology Action Plan from Volume 2 of the Everyday Pain Guide series, Fix the Fire Damage. What sort of connections have you noticed between your emotional stress and bouts of physical pain? If you are dealing with a specific familiar pain, think back to when it first happened. Was there an emotional transition in your life shortly before, during, or about to happen? Share your thoughts over on my Substack, Better Pain Coping. In the next episode, we are tackling the first 2 phases of action, release and retrain, together at the same time this time, as we explore ways to impact our stress biology for lower overall body inflammation and thereby better control over our pain. See you then. This episode was an excerpt from The Everyday Pain Guide, your go-to guide when pain first strikes. Written and narrated by me, Dr. Ya-Ling Liu, with audio editing and production provided by Organized Sound Productions. Do you have questions or comments about today's episode? You can shoot me an email anytime at hello@stopeverydaypain.com. That's HELLO@stopeverydaypain.com. If you have friends or family members who you know are struggling with persistent, recurring aches and pains, tell them to check out the podcast while they're waiting for the book. To help me get this information to as many people who need it as possible, please consider leaving an honest review, but I'd also be super grateful for a simple like, follow, or share. Thank you for helping me put a stop to everyday pain.